with the lovely Jenna Elfman, and we've been spending a lot of time together recently prepping for the Grand Prix of Long Beach, the Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach Pro Celebrity Race coming up this weekend. We're getting out on the track. We're really racing for charity, but we're having a ball doing it, and a lot of bragging rights are getting thrown down all over the place. Before we get to talking about the race, though, we're going to go back in time.
Can I first say, I'm so happy to have reconnected with you by way of this race and then getting to come on the show and be with you. I adore you so much. You're the greatest guy. And it's just been like so warm being able to have our friendship go boo and blossom again.
I feel the same
really
way.
Awesome.
I adore you. I always have. And your husband Bodie.
Yeah.
And we had this amazing experience.
Because of you.
And well, yes and no. It was
Dude,
your
I didn't
bucket
call
list.
you, but you called and you made it happen. It was awesome. It was such a beautiful thing. Okay, I'll stop interrupting.
It's okay. No, because it shows the passion that we had for this experience. And so in 99, 1899.
Basically, yeah.
Jenna, I watched an interview with Jenna, and she told Barbara Walters, because all this success was happening to you, the Emmys and hosting, and Dharma and Greg. She's like, what else would you want to do? And you said, I want to swim with dolphins. And I went, I'm going to make that happen. So I came up to her and I said, I want to check that off your bucket list. So we went to the Bahamas. It took 14 months to get everything to work out. And we took you and we went down and we had this amazing experience. And I want to show you this footage because you'll remember it well, but a lot of things will come back.
We still have a photo of that up in our house because that was such an amazing moment.
Sure. Take a look. This is us as we went into the Bahamas and we jumped. We did some stuff with the dolphins above water, but we also went.
Oh, look at that.
As you're looking at this, Jenna, share with us.
Swimming in the Bahamas with the dolphins. Come along.
Why this was so important to you to get a chance to spend time in the wild with them. Because this is not at a theme park or anything. This is out in the ocean.
Wow.
You know,
that was so cool. I got the initial burst of salt water in my esophagus.
you know, they've always were just, since I was a little girl, just seemed like magical creatures that had something special. They feel like they're spiritual to me. And I always just wanted to get up close myself and see for myself their offering in this world. And God, it was just great. It was just such a special trip.
To have the ability, I mean, when you're down there and you're so close to them, and I don't know if you sense this, but when you look at these, you feel they look back.
Yeah.
And there's that.
They see you.
Yeah.
They see you. And
like you're connecting with them?
Yeah, well, you know, other animals, you know, they're in their, like, animal world, you know? But when the dolphins look at you, it's like my dog looks at me. You know, they have, like, I don't know, they just seem...
Spirit?
Yeah, it's just,
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
There's something special.
We had a great time. And I know you guys moved heaven and earth with your schedule at that time to come down and do that and be a part of it.
Yeah, I was filming Keeping the Faith, and I think I came straight from New York or something filming.
You're at Woodstock, I remember.
Oh yeah, that was all during Keeping the Faith. I was filming in New York City, Keeping the Faith with Edward Norton and Ben Stiller, and then I flew up to Woodstock to go introduce Brian Setzer Orchestra. Yep. And then
you came down.
Had a whole adventure coming back from there, but yeah, we made it.
So what's on that what's on the bucket list?
Well, I still have this fantasy of I just want to get on a horse and ride and gallop without like being stopped, slowed, hitting a wall, end of the trail. Don't bring it back sweaty. You know, like I just want to ride like on a big open prairie and just gallop and gallop and gallop and gallop and not have to like be told you can't. You know, every time you go for like a horse ride, it's always like you can't gallop them, or if you do, it's like for like a half a second.
Sure. Right.
Or, you know, the space that you're allotted is like minimal. And I just want to go to Montana or Wyoming or somewhere open. And
a beach too, maybe? No, just you want a prairie.
Unless I hit a cave wall, like, you know, where they can't, you know, well, I just want to go.
I wanted to make that happen, but we could only get a unicorn at the last minute. And I didn't feel that was appropriate.
Well, I got you a horse. It's right on the driveway.
And off you go. And we never heard from Jenna again. She took off.
Jenna and that unicorn.
All right, so why, as we talked about the race, why did you say yes? Because it's a big commitment to get involved to do this. They asked a lot of time of you to go through training.
At first, you know, I was like, awesome. And then I looked at the time commitment and I was like, how am I going to do this? And like, be a mother and all of my other professional, you know, and Bodie, my husband, he's like, honey, this chance doesn't come around very, because you gotta do it. He's like, I'll help with whatever's needed. Like, you gotta do this, because I have another secret fantasy to be a race car driver, a fighter pilot and a race car driver.
You have a lot of stuff on your bucket list.
I do. Fighter pilot, probably not gonna happen. So this came up, and it was like, okay, and it's just so cool to learn a whole technique for something that has nothing to do with Hollywood, or, you know, it's totally mechanical. And I'm finding that, learning something brand new, a whole different approach. It's very physical, you know, but it's also mental.
Yeah, you're a student of this, more so than you, like, you're really, we sat and we talked and we went over
Yeah, we were
strategy.
analyzing the track there.
You had so many insightful questions about things. Is that the way you tend to be when you approach your work even?
Yeah, because even with acting, I find, you know, if I really know what the scene is about and where I'm going in the scene and what are all my options and whatever, and all my lines and learning my lines and every scenario. I love knowing what every scenario is. And then when it comes down to film, or in this case, race, I throw that all out the window because I don't have to hold it. I already know it, you know. You just make it part of your cellular.
Well, you're gonna go, how fast will you be going, and does that make you nervous?
No, I love going fast.
You do?
Yeah.
How fast are you allowed to go on this?
Well, on this track, the track we were training on, we got barely into the 90s, just because the straightaway part before the curves wasn't very long. But at the Long Beach track, you can get up to 125.
And that doesn't concern you at that speed?
I drive that on the freeway.
Oh my God, okay.
I will say this though, you were very cautious early on, because
I wanted to learn the techniques, you know, and I was cautious so that I feel like if you just try to go fast when you don't know what you're doing, there's no point in going fast, because you're going to crash into a wall or hit somebody, and that's dumb.
What are some of the techniques that you had to learn?
Well, it has to do with physics and geometry, with when do you brake, what angle. So if you have a turn, what angle do you, and when do you turn into the turn, and at what angle do you turn into the turn? Because that will determine if you end up in a wall or if you get speed coming out of the turn.
Yeah, what we're learning in this amazing process is you're actually probably a better driver now than you were before you started this. And it's not about racing, it's about understanding a vehicle and how it works and how they're built.
Yeah, and the more you do it, the more you start feeling the tires then and momentum, and I don't know, it's just been really stimulating for me mentally to just learn something new. And it's like a self-challenge.
Yeah.
How many other women are there?
There's one woman in the in the pro category. She goes like, she normally drives in a straight line at like 300 miles an hour. So for her, it's new learning the turns. And then how many girls? There's two or three of us. I think it's me, Kate Del Castillo, Jessica Hardy.
Wanda.
Oh, Wanda Sykes.
Oh, Wanda Sykes,
Yeah, me and Wanda will be the last two to finish. That's probably how that's going to roll out.
She's very funny.
She's hilarious.